Hey everybody, Jillian here. I thought it would be fun today to share with you my 2018 December Daily Foundation pages. If you are unfamiliar with what December Daily is exactly, I'm going to go ahead and link Allie Edwards' website below where she explains the project best since she created it. So before I show you my foundation pages, let's start with what I'm using this year really quickly. This is my December daily box. This is about a 9 by 13-ish box from IKEA, and I recently brutally purged all of my December scrapbooking supplies to what could fit into this box. So as far as what I ordered from Allie's site this year, I picked up the main kit, this number stamp set. I love numbers and I know that I can use this throughout the year. I snagged the 3x8 album and the 3x8 transparencies. Then, after I had already secured these things from Allie's shop, I saw this adorable collection from Crate Paper called Merry Days, and I picked up a few things from here. I couldn't pass it up. I love the vintagey feel, so I grabbed the ephemera pieces, the 6x8 paper pad, which I have already cut way into as I made my foundation pages. I grabbed the cardstock sticker sheets, and you can see I've already pulled some things from here. It's just so adorable. And then the 12x12 chipboard. So Allie's style is really graphic, and this collection isn't necessarily. So it was fun and a bit of a challenge to marry the two. And then in that white box, there are also things from my stash that I plan on using. Of course, gold embossing powder and this red dye ink from Studio Calico in the color Brick House. Now, I picked up the 3x8 album because I'm going to have a baby in about 6 weeks or so, and I knew that my first and second priorities in the month of December were going to be to keep my kids alive and to get sleep. And so I wasn't going to commit to an elaborate memory keeping project. I should mention this is my 4th year participating in December Daily, so I know what to expect, and in years past have done 6x8 albums. I knew that wasn't going to be realistic for me with a newborn, so I decided to go the 3x8 route. The only thing about the 3x8 album is it doesn't have that larger spine like I'm used to, so I really had to be selective with how many and what dimensional things I chose to put in the album. And unfortunately, chipboard is my favorite embellishment, so I had to use it wisely here. So this video is all about the foundation pages. I'm going to show you what's in here and how foundation pages finally clicked for me. I used the December Daily Logbook. I think this one's from 2015, had it for a while, and I decided to go ahead and start with listing the days of the month and then what day of the week that fell on. And then that helped me determine what story I wanted to tell. I also purchased the storytelling with December Daily a few years ago and find myself going back to that class every single year, even though I've done it 3 times now. So if you are on the fence about checking that class out, I would highly recommend it. So as I sought to put together this album, I looked through past albums, which is really fun to do, and noticed what stories I had been telling and which ones I didn't really need to tell again. I don't buy new decorations every year, so I don't need to photograph them every year if they're going to be the same year after year, right? And I don't anticipate doing a lot of really like festive outings or things like that because I'll have a newborn, and like I said, I'm all about catching up on my sleep. So for the first page here, I decided to decorate the inside of the album. I used this star piece. I think it's from an older Allie kit. Not sure if it's a story kit, December Daily, whatever. I embossed with some gold glitter embossing powder using the large number stamps that I got in the shop. And then this magic I put down, like everything else, with some redline tape, and then added a gold glitter star from a past Studio Calico embellishment. This is the first transparency I'm including in my album here. It says Merry and Bright, and then I put it behind a piece of patterned paper from the Merry Days collection so that it would really pop. So for day 1, I plan on talking about being a family of 4. So you'll see in my album there's a ton of Post-its, and that's because I'm doing this so far in advance. I want to remember what my plan was for this page. So in the logbook, I have all of the story prompts written down pretty much. And when I say all, I mean most of them. I left several days open, like almost all weekends. I didn't really plan what story I wanted to tell. So I have another piece of the patterned paper from Merry Days here, the chipboard number from the kit, this tag to house my journaling, and then I'll just go ahead and print out a 3x8 family photo and put it on that side. And I did stick some things down. I committed to some things, knowing that I can move them around if I needed to. So if this number 2 actually isn't adhered down, but if I need to use this card for another day, I can, no problem. This was perhaps my biggest commitment, taking one of these large circles from the main kit, cutting it down, putting it onto a piece of page protector in here, adhering the 3, putting the stars on the back, and then I already have an idea for what story I want to tell on that day. Day 4, same thing, paper from the Merry Days collection, and then I put a piece of white cardstock on the back of the circle piece there, and I stamped out the word smelling. So when I thought about December as a big picture, I was able to think of a couple different like repetitive series type stories that I want to tell. And one of those is, what am I smelling this Christmas season? What am I eating? What am I watching? Things like that. So this is the first of that series, and I stamped out each prompt in the brick house dye ink with these like wooden block alphas. I also used some of the tags, the number tags that were from an older December daily kit, and then I plan to put my photo on the back of here, maybe add some ribbon, and we'll work on the embellishing as I go along. So this 4 is kind of floating around in here. I did have fun stamping on there with an older Pam Garrison stamp set. One thing I do like to include every year is a wish list, and so now I'll have 2 boys. I thought I could put their photo up here, and then I went ahead and stamped out and embellished a little bit. I love creating a wish list from their point of view. This is the first year my older son maybe can like communicate to me what he wants, but it's been fun to see over the years how his wish list has changed. In years past, it's included things like, what things does he want as a 1-year-old? He wants to play with the TV remote. He wants unsupervised house exploration time. And so he wants to help his dad push the garbage cans out to the street every day, you know, things like that. Day 6, I put a card in the top here. I think I'm going to do like a throwback Thursday, like what kind of things did we do before December to prepare for as far as like holiday decorating, because I plan to have all of my decorations, including my tree, up well before this baby comes. Day 7, I thought it would be fun to do like an around here type thing, but baby edition, so see how having a newborn on top of the holiday decorations, like what that looks like. I thought about maybe doing a photo collage up here. I did commit to this chipboard piece and this number 7 down here. Day 8, I again committed to these guys. I'm not crazy about this look. There's nothing actually from the Merry Days collection on these 2 pages, so I'll figure out how I can kind of make that work. But I've got plenty of room for journaling here. I used the transparency here. This would be a great place for a photo. And then on day 8, I plan on documenting 10 things that I'm thankful for. Day 9, so for instance, I know it's a Sunday, we'll be at church. So I just noted here that I wanted a full page photo. I've dumped a number 9 in here on top of this piece of patterned paper, and that's it. December 10th is a Monday. My son's in physical therapy. He goes on Mondays. So I plan to tell that story in here. Day 11 is another in the series, so this is the watching card. So I went ahead and, I don't know if you can see it here, I gold embossed on this number 11 with some star stamps. I stamped out the word watching with those block alphas again, and then I'm just going to do a little fold up here and eventually put this number on the top of this card here. Day 12, I don't know when we're going to take family photos, but we take family photos every year, so I plan to use a 3x8 for that. This will be another flip up pocket, and then have a photo down here. Another thing that I let go of this year that I really had a hard time with in the past was documenting things on the day they actually happened. I'm not going to stress out about doing it that way again this year. If we take family photos on the 10th and I document it on the 12th, I'm really not going to care in 5 years. Day 13, I have a story idea here, a full 3x8 photo, and then I thought I could use this white card that was included with last year's main kit to lay over the photo and then include my journaling. Day 14 is a story I'm excited about getting a new stocking for my newborn, so that'll be fun. Journaling here, photo here, a little embellishment from the Merry Days collection there, and then I thought it would be cool to maybe put a piece of patterned paper on the back of this tag. Day 15 and 16, I believe that's a weekend. I don't have anything in those pockets, but I do have a transparency here. I did end up putting a transparency like every 7 days or so. So day 17, another series that I wanted to start was a December day for my husband, my oldest son, my youngest son, and have them include a photo, or my husband in this case, since he's the only one other than me capable of operating a camera, have a photo that he includes here, and then with his journaling down here. Day 18, again, is another in the series, what am I eating today? So I'll go ahead and put this number 18 on the top here. I used some really old washi tape from I think the 2015 main kit for this flip up, so I definitely will need to reinforce this up here when the time comes. Day 20, I committed again to these embellishments. So this is a piece of the Merry Days patterned paper, a star from the main kit, some number stickers from the main kit, and then this gold stars from the Merry Days chipboard. And then this is a spot for my journaling. I again plan on doing another flip up pocket. Day 21, I'm so excited to tell this story. My oldest son has these Christmas pajamas that he wore when he was a newborn, and I have that photo. And my kids are like 4 days and 3 years apart, or they will be about that. And so those same pajamas should fit my newborn, and it's going to be really fun to have, you know, the oldest, a photo of the oldest wearing them up here, and then the youngest one down here, journaling here. And then I just have this fun patterned paper from the Merry Days collection. And then on this one, I used a Kelly Perky stamp to gold emboss the phrase ho 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 over and over again on the number 21. And I love how this came out. This is probably going to be my favorite spread in the whole album. Day 22, not sure what I want to tell here, but I've got a transparency. And I actually put this one in backwards. I liked how the silver stars looked instead of the gold stars, so you'll see the gold stars on the backside. Day 23, thought it would be cool to tell a story about my tree, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use this card, but I did want to include my idea design-wise for how I wanted to capture the tree and the journaling, stuff like that. And then day 24, so I kind of have a photo collage idea. I drew that out here. I put some embellishments like these chipboard stockings on some wax paper so that I could easily take them out of the pocket and then put them down where I want them. I put the number 24 up here and then just washi taped it in the pocket so that it wouldn't fall out. And then included like a story prompt here. So I really want to journal about the anticipation of the night before Christmas this year. Day 25, super simple. I historically include a bunch of photos for Christmas Day. So I didn't want to commit to too much here. I cut the 4x6 card in half that said Christmas morning story and Christmas evening story. And then I took the number 25 and I stamped in that brick house red color some stars from an older Allie Edwards stamp, and then just put that in the pocket. And that's as far as I got for foundation pages. I wanted to include this sheet in here someplace, but I just can't make it work. I think my eyeballs can't marry the like orangish red here and this more blue red over here. Not sure what that's about. So we'll see if this gets included in the album at all. So before, I couldn't really make foundation pages work for me because I like doing things in the moment. And like I said, that's just not going to be feasible for me this year. But I still get to be creative in the way that I take photos, so I can really concentrate on that this year. And then when I have a chance, sitting down, printing the photos out on my Canon selfie, and then including the journaling and some last minute embellishments like a word phrase sticker or a star embellishment or something like that. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments below. I also included the year 2018 in those gold number stickers that were included with the main kit. I have a question though for you guys. This seemed natural to start it down on the bottom, but I've seen other people like start it here. So how would you guys do that? How do you, if you have a book plate on the spine of your album, how do you orient whatever you put in here? I'd be interested to know. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to share a flip through of my album towards the end of December.